Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Root Man, back on Lincoln Creek, and we're doing a harvest. And we're broke. I mean, literally broke. The little bit of dry corn that I got out of that one bin over there, I sold, and I went from $1,000 to $30,000. So that'll get us for a minute or two, but we've got to get some crops sold here. Let me finish this plowing of this field that we just bought. At the end of the last episode, I had a little bit of money burning a hole in my pocket, and I bought two fields. One of them has crop on it, and one of them does not. So we're plowing the one that does not. Okay, so I have 4 fields, and I put together a schedule for 4 fields, and we'll start working on that. So while he's doing his job, let's, who was that? Oh, that's me. All right, why am I doing all the work? Let's get Scorpion out there. Hey, Scorp. How's it going? All right, let me stop this. And sound and video good, thank you, sir. Jonathan, how are you? I'm gonna swap out myself here for Scorpion. So I'm gonna put Scorpion to work here in the rig. Hey, Andy. How's it going today? All right, now take myself and let's run back. Where in the heck am I? I gotta go this way. I think that's my farm over there. Somewhere. Got wheat growing here. .42 is plowed. .41 is plowed. So I think we're waiting for temperature, wasn't it? It's early spring, first day. I'm waiting for the. I'm gonna wait for the next day to do the seeding and stuff. But we do have to do some soil stuff, and I'm broke. How am I gonna do that? This isn't my field. Okay. Let's see. How am I going to do this? Jared, how are ya? Long time no see. How you doing, Jared? What I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow some money. So I'm going to borrow some money. Let's borrow. We're going to borrow a little. And then I need to go in these fields. Let's see. We're going to turn on this and take a look at... Oh, wait a minute. I've already done these 2 fields. I don't need to do these 2 fields. I did them already. It's that field that I need. I didn't really need that money. All right, let's do a request and analysis of that field. And then we'll do one of that field. Okay, I didn't realize I'd already done 41 and 42. Sweet. All right, so we got Lyman to do. Let's see if I've got a worker ready to work. So far, it's only scorpions out there working. Oh, we need a tractor. Ugh, what did I do with my tractor? I'm losing equipment left and right. Did I put it all away? I did. Put it all away. So we need a tractor. And where's the... I don't know what I did with my tractor. Oh, it's there. It's on the quicker picker upper. On the quicker picker upper. All right. So you know what? Let's pick up a new tractor. Let me see what I've got first. Okay, so I do have the Case Steiger. I don't think it's working right now, so I can use that one. But I should get another tractor anyway. So, I'm gonna buy that one that we leased for the last live stream. Let's get one of these, and let's do that, and then hitch only for now. I want a US version. I don't know if the track needs to be bigger than 30. I don't think so. We'll put global positioning on it, and then I want a decent size engine. Alright, that was about as much as a field right there, I tell you what. Okay, who's this? This is me. Dar, Andy. What's Andy doing? Andy's just flying around. Andy, get down and get some work done. Back to school. You got a channel logo? I'll have to look. I think I'm still subscribed to your channel. I'll go take a look, see how you're doing. But not during the live stream. I'll wait till the live stream's over. All right, before I start liming, I need to fill this thing up. I can't go out there with half a load. That doesn't make any sense. So let's fill this thing to the brim. So how's school? You glad to be back? You guys know I keep a camera hanging out the window so I can see what's going on outside. It's my way of uh, of knowing what's going on outside while I'm inside working. And so I looked outside this morning, and there's a policeman out in front of my house, and he's talking to the mailman. And I thought, uh-oh, what's going on? So I found out that Carol was out talking to them as well, and I just didn't see her. Um, and they're discussing the problem that we've had. You've heard me complain over and over and over the years about everybody using my driveway as a turnaround. You know, they pull in and out of my driveway all day long. They park in front of it, blocking us out, so we can't leave the house. It's just constant. But it's not just my house. I am directly across from the grade school, and it happens to be that at one end of my yard there's the crosswalk for the kids to cross the road. Now, my side of the road does not have a sidewalk. The road turns into gravel, and then, of course, the people's lawn. There is no sidewalk. There is a sidewalk on the other side, on the school side. And so the local police are concerned because there's always somebody blocking the crosswalk, and it's not safe. Now, the school does have a person that's out there in the morning when the kids are arriving, and making sure that the traffic's being. Where now? What field am I in? Obviously not mine. I guess I can't talk and walk and chew gum at the same time. Anyway, long story short, they're concerned about safety. They can't have the crosswalk blocked. People are coming both ways down the road. They're parking on the wrong side of the road. In other words, they're parking against traffic. You know, they're just driving willy-nilly. So he wants to stop all the parking on the street, at least on my block, especially my property that's right across from the school. I'm just saying hallelujah. They're going to try to block the traffic from parking on that whole area. So he was talking to the mailman to ask the mailman about if they could change their route, because right now the mailman goes into the school, delivers the mail, they come back around, and then they deliver down the street on my side of the block. And the policeman's saying, well, you're coming from that side. Can't you deliver the mail to the people first and then pull into the school? It'd be easier. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Let's go to work. You missed your friends. PTA meetings. I thought your wife went to those. I got plenty to complain about. All right, I'm turning the GPS on. See what we got. See if I had a. I do have a Lime, so let's pop that on. We're gonna switch it to go that way, and then, yeah, okay. Uh-oh. I'm dusting the neighbor's yard, the neighbor's field. Oh, she does go. You just have to hear about it. Okay. So it doesn't look like the field's taking a whole large amount of lime, which is a good thing. So that means it held some of the lime that it had from the last harvest. That's always good. That it retains a little bit. Jared, what grade are you in? Or do you mind saying? Yeah, you don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm just curious. If you don't want to say, just say mind your own business. It won't hurt my feelings any. The grade after the one he's had last year. Well, that's not always true. Some people don't get promoted. Well, I shouldn't say that. I suppose in today's climate, everybody does. Did you know that the Oregon governor has mandated the schools to graduate everybody, even get this, even if they cannot read or write? Everybody is to graduate when it's time for them to graduate, whether they've learned anything or not. Yeah, same thing, the same theory. They don't have to teach them anything. They just everybody wins, no losers, except for the fact they can't read and write, and they can't do math. That it's almost like we don't care if you grow up and if you're not able to get a job, we'll take care of you. I don't know where they think they're going to get all the money, but it's crazy. This world is crazy now. I can't help but think of history. What happened to the Romans? What happened to the Mayans? They just completely disappeared. Look what happened to Rome. I just think that people get to a point where everything just falls apart. Andy's going on a beer run. Scorpion thinks the same thing I do. Beer run. Must be beer 100. He starts at 100 and goes down, 99 bottles of beer on the wall, kind of a thing. I wonder if the wife's asleep and he has to do it quietly so he doesn't wake her up. I just cannot get that out of my mind, that story that was told. And in my mind, I can just see this little Scottish guy, and I don't know how big or small Andy is. I don't know anything. I'm just telling you what I picture in my mind. This Scottish guy with like dwarf size, with the red beard, walking through his bedroom on tiptoes, hunched over with a keg over his shoulder, trying to keep his wife from waking up and catching him. Oh, you had to be there to listen to the story, but that's how I see it. Knowing Scorpion, I think Scorpion probably thought about the same thing. Hey, John, how are you? Glad to hear you're doing well. I might be dusting the neighbor's crop there, but I don't think he probably cares. You're up late last night? $2:30? Good Lord, what are you doing at 2:30 in the morning? That's not up late last night. That's up early this morning. Or down early this morning. Up late last night's about 11:30 or so. What's happening in your life that keeps you up so late? Watching a movie? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least you're not working all the time. I didn't think you ever stopped working. All right, now let's see. This is, let's go. I'm going to turn this guy around, make him go lengthwise until he gets to that side where we're going to have to work a little bit around those trees. Hey, Beast, how are you? Beast of Time Gaming. That's a interesting name. I like it. Is it? I was going to say Best of Time, but Beast of Time. All right, so we're going to let Andy take over here. And we'll move on. There's not much else. Oh, the plowing is done. Okay. Scorpion finished the plowing job. Good to hear you're doing well, Beast. All right, it looks like this one's done. And the other one has crop on it. How do I get out of this field? Is there? I was going to say there had to be a break in the fence somewhere. Can I get through it? That's the question. And then I need to go. Let's go the other way. That's a song? Everything's a song. You can sing about anything nowadays. Oh, there's Southern Lady. Hey, Southern. Hope you're doing well. We've been thinking about you. All right, now I don't know where I'm at. Where am I? I went the wrong way again. All right. I went where the road took me, which was the wrong road. Let's swing wide here and see if we can avoid the telephone poles. Head back up to the farm. Nothing good happens after 2. Oh, I thought that's when all the info commercials came on. I'm doing good, thank you. Well, I've been up after 2 o'clock. It's been a while, but I have been up after 2 o'clock recently, and it wasn't to watch TV. So I couldn't tell you what was on after 2. Well, besides that, we don't have television anyway. I haven't had TV for years. Now, when I say I don't have TV for years, it doesn't mean we don't have a TV and we don't watch things. I don't have cable or satellite. I have a streaming, we do a bit of streaming, but it's like YouTube, Roku, whatever I can find that's free. Here we go again. Can't even find my way home. Did Andy ever come back? And did he bring a keg with him? Oh, geez, somebody, I just took out a car with my plow. I think my plow's too wide for this road. All right, we're getting close to home. There's the sell point. You know what? I forgot to. Oh, jeez. Those cars are taking my plow out. I forgot to go in and mod the sell point for the dry corn. All right, I'm going to leave this guy kind of out because I don't know when I'm going to need him again, but I'll probably need him before I know it. Jazz hands. Jazz hands and happy feet. Anybody do Happy Feet? Wasn't there a movie called Happy Feet? All right. Do I have any crops? I don't think I do have any crops. I think I sold everything. Yeah, I don't see anything on the list of things to be had. Wait a minute. What's that? Corn? What? I mean, seriously, what? Is there anybody in that truck? Yeah, there is. Dar's in it. Or Rose. That might be Rose. It is. Did I have corn to sell? Because this dried corn is a pain in the butt. I have corn stalks. Is that what that is? It's corn stalks. All right, what do I do with corn stalks? Should I sell that? Give me some advice. The corn's being dried. Yeah, that's what I thought. Watching your videos and learning how to drive from you. Yeah, I did. Scorpio and I were both talking about watching your videos last week. Or no, not last week, Tuesday. This last Tuesday during the live stream. So we've been thinking about you. Sell the stocks. Good. I'm going to sell the stocks. We can do that. Pull it forward a little bit. All right, let's let them load. It might take a minute. In the meantime, back at the ranch, we're cooking weenies over a hot fire. There used to be a commercial on television that had to do with hot dogs, wieners. And I can't remember the brand name, but that's what they did. They'd start talking and then they'd say, meanwhile, back at the ranch, and they'd be sitting there with cooking weenies and stuff for hot dogs. And for the life of me, I can't remember what the name of the company was. Sell the stalks and the stock. I don't have any stock. The one stock would be, like cattle and stuff like that. The other stock, isn't that the English language for you? You got a word that sounds the same but spelled different and has two different meanings. What in the world? Then you have the stock that you had to put your head through and they could throw maters at you. That'd be awful for the guy having the maters thrown. It'd be kind of fun for the guys throwing the maters. I don't know. That seems silly to me. I bet you they didn't throw tomatoes. I mean, can you imagine back in the day where people were starving to death, they'd be throwing their food at the bad guys? I think they probably threw rocks and stuff. They probably didn't throw food. And if they did throw food, it would be probably rotten food that they couldn't eat. Yeah, company stocks. Stocks and bonds. I got to go back up the chat here because I don't remember if Andy came back or not. Okay, the last I saw, Andy said be right back, so he must... Oh, there, he says he's back. There, I see it. Welcome back, Andy. You know, this is going to take some time. I'm thinking about leasing a second one. Should I? Let's see. I'd have to lease a tractor. All right, let's do this. We got these big fields to do, and that travels pretty slow. So let's see if we can speed it up a little bit and double our pleasure here. .41 and 42 are pretty good sized fields. So, Southern Lady, what farm are you live streaming? What map? All right, 42. Let's see. This is, which way does it go? It goes that way. All right, we'll start over in this corner, I guess. And in this corner, Leslie's home. What's she doing home? You mean home from school? Is it that late already? Now that's weird. This tractor's pulling this thing a lot faster than that tractor. What's the deal? This one's going 21 miles an hour. Why is that other one going so darn slow? I might have to look at the torque on that thing. West Texas. All right. West Texas. Why? That's funny because I was watching it and I didn't realize that was the one you were doing. '82's TLX Phoenix semi. I've got it, I think. Jared, I think I've got it. I just don't use it on this map or the one that I'm recording. Hey, Craig. Craig's in the house, everybody. Hey, Philip. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Doing good there, Craig. Thanks for asking. Doing pretty good, Philip. I keep hearing that we might have a hard winter this year, and I'm out of wood from my wood stove. I'm currently kind of looking to see. I wasn't necessarily happy with the load that I got the last time. Um, I was told that it was well seasoned and it wouldn't burn, and so we had to hold it for the next year. And then the next year, it burned pretty good. But I need to find somebody that has seasoned wood and it actually is seasoned. I know there's a guy that I watched for several years that does wood out of Canna Beach, and he had stacks that you could see from the road, and they went in long lines, and each one of them had a sign on the front of it, like the year 1982, 1983. So I'm pretty sure he has well seasoned firewood, because he keeps pretty good track of you know of the wood. I want good seasoned wood that burns good, but I don't want wood that's so old and rotten that it goes up and there's no heat value to it. There's a happy medium there somewhere. Jeremy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. You and yours? What's new in your neck of the woods, Jeremy? Man, this field's a little squirrely. A lot of twists and turns. Okay. Now let's run to this end of the field and head down lengthways. Okay, there he goes. Now let's go check on the other one. Or is he done? Oh, that's the plow. It's the other rig. There's Andy. And I gotta figure, what's my phone doing? Going nuts. I gotta figure out why Andy's driving so slow. He should have the same power that the other one does, but maybe not. I'll have to check, but I'm pretty sure I put the big engine in this. Where's Andy going? What? This is weird. Andy, what you doing? I gotta figure out what Andy's doing. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going. I see. He was just fine, I guess. I think he was okay. All right, let me use the cruise control and see if I can kick this guy in the butt. Doesn't look like it. I don't know why he's only doing 10 miles an hour when the other one can do like 16 to 20. Something's not right. Huh. Well. ASCII, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. That's an interesting name, ASCII. I'm always interested in people's avatars and their names and where they came from and how they decided to become what they are. Yeah, see, he's going 16. I must have the torque set different on these two combines, these two tractors, because there's a reason. The lime is heavy, and if we look at those, let's see, we got okay, is that the mod? That's not the mod. There's the mod. All right, so we can choose to have 1,500 horse here. Okay, this one's bigger. I think the other one's only about 1,100 horses. So, yeah, I might have to look at that. This one is 1,100 horses. I might have to either put a chip in or beef it up some. I thought I had them set basically the same, but evidently I don't. I think these two are the same. The Steiger and the Crosstrack there are about the same. Yeah, 1100 horses. But that would make a difference, wouldn't it? An additional 400 horsepower would make a difference. Indeed. Wahaha. I don't know where that came from. The wahaha. Wahaha. All right, Mountain Dew time. I got to get me a soup du jour. And the soup du jour today is Mountain Dew. I'm running out of Mountain Dew. I didn't get any last time. I'm only allowed to drink Mountain Dew when I live stream, and I'm only allowed to have one. Too much caffeine, and I'm not supposed to have any caffeine at all. Oh, that is so good. Cold and so refreshing. Now, it's not a hot day out today. It's overcast and gloomy and kind of cool. At least the wind's not blowing. Yesterday there was a breeze blowing. Oh my God, it was cold. It was like coming off an iceberg or something. But then again, it was also sunny yesterday. So it was actually pretty nice until the breeze came along. The breeze came along real late in the afternoon, and it was cold. Oh, let's go sell this stuff. Now, I can't remember if I've got corn stalks in my sell point. I'll have to check. If I don't, that's the second thing I need to add to it. Right, I do have corn stalks. That's good. Let's see what we come up with here on a sell. 81,000. So they don't sell for too awful much, but that's okay. It's just straw, basically. I know when I put the road in, I didn't realize that I missed my. I should have put the road in across here too, instead of grass there. I'll have to fix that. It was just a little farmhouse that wasn't being used for anything else, so I put a sell point in. Whoa! That was close. Damn traffic. Need to speed this traffic up, drives too slow. When this old beater 48 can beat it, come on. All right, let's get back to the field. Okay, he thinks he's done, but we know he's not, so. Andy's taking a break. I don't blame him. He works hard. Farm worker by day, brewmeister at night. Is it faster than normal traffic? I'll take your word for it. I didn't really, I really haven't paid attention to how fast they go. It just seems like, you know, I can beat them with a tractor. Maybe not. I might be wrong. All right, Andy's back to work. Yeah, this policeman I was telling you about, this blocking the parking from my side of the in the front of my house, because one, like I said, one end of the lawn is where the crosswalk goes across for the kids, school kids, and people are parking in it and blocking it and all kind of bad things, you know. And he put cones out yesterday, and I didn't know it was the police department that did it. I thought the school was doing it, and they blocked. They had cones to kind of before and after the crosswalk, and people were driving on the other side of the cones and parking on the grass. So now they weren't. The whole car wasn't on the grass on my yard. The whole car wasn't, but the wheels were the one side, and they weren't. They were kind of right on the edge of the grass, but they just ignored the cones and drove behind them. So now the policeman's got cones all over the place. I mean, it's like crazy. People just disregard. Why do they think there's a cone there? They don't want you parking there. Hey, Serge. You were a bit angry since the last time? Were you angry at me? Did I do something? If I did, I don't know what it could be. Because it wasn't done on purpose if it was me. I very seldom do anything on purpose. Okay, is it Andy? What's Andy doing? They think it's for ice cream. Is he gonna back all the way up? I guess so. The cones of stupidity, you put them down for stupid people. Well, seriously, if I see a cone, to me it means that I shouldn't be parking there. There's a reason. But other people think, what are they doing? That's my spot. I can drive anywhere I want. They can't block me out. I pay taxes or something. I don't know what they think. Who knows what people think, really? I don't, and I don't want to. You noticed? What was that? What did I miss? Well, okay, now I'm curious. What did I do? Oh, I did. I missed that completely. I'm sorry, Serge. I mean, there's a lot of the chat I miss. I get sidetracked playing the game, and I don't keep up with the chat that much. At times. At times. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't see it. I mean, I just did that same thing earlier when Andy said he had to leave, and he'd be right back, and I didn't see him come back, and so I kept asking, "Where's Andy? Where's Andy?" And then when I took the chat back up a ways physically, I saw that, well, he did come back, and I missed it. But at any rate, I'm sorry about that. That was a terrible thing. Well, again, I apologize, because if that's something I wouldn't I definitely would care about something like that. I just didn't see it, and I didn't really see anybody else talking about it, or I'd have asked what are you talking about? I apologize. I'm sorry. Andy's doing this kind of weird. I don't know what he's doing here. But if he knows what he's doing, how far are you going to back up, Andy? That's not Andy. I'm sorry. It's Serge. Oh, shoot. Now I'm really in trouble. Andy's on the other rig. There's Andy. I better just shut the hell up. Get myself in deep trouble. All right, now we got to go back and see what Serge was doing. He knew what he was doing. He's back on track. Oh, he's taking one side at a time. That's what he's doing. Hey, Jared. Well, welcome back. You didn't really miss anything. You saw a guy in a kayak? That'd be scary. Carol was asking me one time because we saw a picture of a cow on a house, and she said, I wonder how that cow got up on the house. I said it was probably from a flood. And they were showing the cow instead of the flood. You're working on an ATV. What are you doing with it? Are you remodeling? Are we working on the engine or what? All right, so I've got to. The weather is up. The weather is such that I can start seeding as soon as the pH is taken care of. So let's find somebody that's not working here besides me. Scorpion's not doing anything. Let's grab Scorp. And oh shoot, never mind. He's blocked himself out. Pull this thing ahead here. All right, do I just have the one seater? I bet I do. I can't see where I'm going. I'm gonna have to pop out here so I don't keep backing into somebody. Okay, so let's see. What is it that I'm short on here? Well, I could top the seeds off, but I need some of this liquid fertilizer. So let's see if we can get some. If I can find the trigger. Not finding the trigger, am I? Oh my God, I looked outside and there must be a break in the clouds. I see sunshine. And I see Carol going out to the mailbox. I have to tell you guys that Carol's been having some problems lately. I'm getting worried. I told you guys the story where her and I were on a vacation and we had a kayak and she was looking for a second kayak. And in one of the towns that we went into was a big city, and we went to a place that sold sporting goods. And we went in and were looking at their kayaks. And some of you have heard this story. And the kayaks in one room in the back of the store, they had them setting up and down. Not laying on the ground, but they had them against the wall and sticking straight up. And they had them kind of bungee corded up. It was a dangerous thing to do. I don't know why they did that. But we were just looking at them, walking by, and there was two women walking through, and one of them was in a wheelchair. And all of a sudden, they were dinking around, and all of a sudden, one of the kayaks started to fall. It was going to land on this woman with the wheelchair, and Carol ran over and stopped it. And we found out later that these people were trying to fraudulently get an insurance claim against the store because the woman wasn't crippled that was in the wheelchair. And Carol hurt her neck from this because the whole pile of kayaks were coming down. And she hurt her neck in the same kind of area that Christopher Reeves hurt his neck when he fell off that horse. And then, of course, he was paralyzed. Well, hers is in the same kind of area, her injury. And over the years, she's had trouble with it. You know, a lot of pain, and especially when she does something she shouldn't be doing, like, you know, overly working above her head with her arms and trying to carry or lift something too heavy. And the surgical doctor that she's been going to has told her that she's going to have a fusion surgery at some point when the pain gets bad enough. And he's actually told her that having this surgery won't necessarily mean she will not have the pain. And she did something this last week that she shouldn't have done. She was out working and did something with her, trying to lift something over her head or something, and she's hurt herself, and I've been pretty worried about it. And today is the first day in about 4 or 5 days that she's actually felt a little better. And of course, the first thing she wants to do is to go and do stuff. Well, I need to clean house, or I need to do this, and I said, don't do anything. Just relax. You're just starting to feel better. Anyway, I'm getting a little worried that it might be coming time where she has to have this surgery, and surgery's not good for anybody, but that kind of surgery in that area is kind of scary. All right, I'm double checking Andy's work here, see if he got both sides. I think he did, but I don't know. We'll check it. Man, it looks like Andy did a bang-up job. Maybe bang-up's not the right word. Let's see. So, all right, so let's go back to the farm. I think Andy is in. Is he in the rig that I bought? I think he is. Okay, so let's double him up and see if I can help out here. Half a job. And let's see. I think we're done here on this side. Okay. Pull this guy off here. Grab the seeder. And this is actually not the field that I want to start with because it's still being worked. So let's run over to field 41. And I think that one is done. A full job for better pay. No doubt. Uh-oh. What happened here? Uh-oh. Alright, we got a patch that we need to work. Bucket of corn. No, it wasn't corn. It was oilseed radish. Gave him some oilseed radishes. All right, we're definitely not going to do oilseed radishes, so we're going to do wheat on this field. So let me move that to wheat. Okay, now let's get this thing spread out, and then we're going to start in this corner, I guess, and go lengthways. You know what? I think I'm going to do the headland that I usually do. I was watching Roku last night, I think it was, and like I said, I only watch streaming stuff now, and it's stuff that I can get for free. So I may sometimes have to watch commercials, just like in the old days, but I don't have to pay for the stupid streaming service. So there you go. Anyway, I was watching an old show that I used to watch, and it was something I enjoyed called Barney Miller. I don't know if anybody's seen it or not, but it used to be on TV, and I can't remember how many seasons there were. About 8 or 9 seasons of it. Oh, it was a good show as far as I was concerned. I always enjoyed watching it. And so I was just kind of laughing my ass off watching that last night before I went to bed. You seen that, Andy? Yeah, I watched that. I used to watch that. I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know what those signs are there, or whether I can even knock them down. Are they solid? They're not even solid. I don't know what they're for. All right, I'm going to come across here and see if that's going to work. Let's see. I need to pull in a little farther and then back it up some. All right, let's see here. Let me see if I've got, do I have JB120? I do. All right, and then, okay. Oh, is there a, what's going on? Let's reset that. Turn it on. And go across this way. I got a little bit of a jag here in the field, but I want it to be fairly square so I can just hire somebody to run up and down it. Barney from the Flintstones. Barney and Barney Rubble. Barney was a funny character. That show is based on The Honeymooners, I think, with Jackie Gleason. Funny thing about The Honeymooners is it was a popular show, but it only lasted one season. And people don't realize that. People that look back at old shows in history, they think about The Honeymooners and they think, yeah, that was a long-lasting show, but it wasn't. And the reason what wasn't is because Jackie Gleason, the creator of it, he decided that they did everything that he wanted to do in the first season. All right, let me turn that off. I'm gonna run up here and see if that, there we go. Straighten it up a little. Straighten up, fly right, and then start it. We're gonna hire somebody. Scorpion's got this, and there he goes. He's off and running. Right now, I've noticed that we've got a couple of areas that didn't get covered. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, Star Trek, the original show. Yeah, at least it got, more than one season, but it got canceled early. It's really sad when they have TV shows that were popular and people liked them and they only lasted 1 or 2 seasons and were canceled. And then to go back and find out why they were canceled is always kind of interesting. One of the shows that got canceled was a show called well, hell, what the hell was it now? Firefly. That and the reasons that they canceled it had nothing to do with the show or whether people liked it or whether it would have went to become a very good show. It had nothing to do with that. Sometimes it's just people's politics or, the money makers, you know, what sometimes it's for the stupidest reasons that they canceled a show that could have been big, or they didn't make a show that could have been big. You guys all know who Tom Selleck is, and there was an actor called Robert Urich that was the same caliber as Tom Selleck. Robert Urich played in a cop show. Is the first thing I saw him in. Something about blue something. I can't remember what it was, but it was a bunch of rookie cops, and it was a popular show. I just don't remember what the name of it was. And then he later on went and was Spencer for Hire. That was a popular show where he played a private detective. And he also played in Lonesome Dove, which was a very popular miniseries. Robert Urich was a popular actor, same caliber as Tom Selleck. Well, there was a pilot with both of these actors in it, and they were playing cop partners. And it was back in the day where every show on TV was a cop show. And the people that had hold of the money watched the pilot and said no, they didn't want to make that into a series. When they asked them why, it's excuse me. When they asked them why, they said that because neither one of the stars looked like anybody that would ever be able to be successful in TV or movies. They didn't think they could, be leading men. Tom Selleck and Robert Urich. It was just ridiculous. Yeah, it used to be Groucho Marx had the best mustache in TV, and it was painted on. Groucho Marx used to paint the mustache on. Serge said Blue Blood. No, Blue Bloods is the one that Tom Selleck's in now. This was Robert Urich was in TV show, cop show. It was back in the 80s or the 70s. It was back early on in the early 70s or late 70s, early 80s. Ferrari 308. What? Magnum PI. Ferrari 308. I used to have a rifle. It was my favorite rifle. It was a British 303. An old army gun. My favorite gun. Oh, Robert Urich used to be in a show called Vegas. That was in the 80s. But the show that I remember first seeing him in was, I think it was called SWAT. And it was about in early 70s, 75, something like that. Yeah, he died young. I always liked him. He was a good actor. He's only 55. I think he died of cancer or something. Everybody had one of Anna. All right, let's go see how the seating's going. So far, so good. So far, so good. I just found a whole box of Oreo cookies on my shelf that I forgot I had. Might have to dig into those. Yeah, I had a real girl on the wall. We didn't have no posters back then. Everybody had Farrah Fawcett. We didn't have stuff like that. I mean, you know, there's 13 kids in a family. We had to share a room with 6 other guys. Or I had to. We were lucky to have a bed, much less something to hang on the wall. Either Heather. Are you talking about Heather Thomas? And what was the other Heather? There was Heather Thomas, and I can't think of the name of the other Heather. Wanted the Eliminator. I had a couple of models. You know, the cars that you put together, the little plastic kits. I had a couple of those. I had a Mustang. I think it was from Bullet, a movie or some kind. Heather Locklear. There you go, Serge. Yeah. There were 2 Heathers. And it's kind of funny because these 2 girls, they looked a lot alike, and neither one of them aged. They went through life seeming to look, you know, like 20-year-olds. All right, I think this job is finally done. I think. All right, now you know what? I'm probably driving away from. No, I'm okay. Thought I was driving away from the farm. The farm's over here. All right, let's see. I'm going to see if I can do a little something here. All right, so I emptied that out. I don't remember which one was leased. So I'm going to empty both of them out. And then unleash. Oh, he's still got stuff in him. Ooh. Back him up a little bit. There we go. Now, we'll go to the garage and unleash whichever one that it was. And then it was that one. Okay. And then we'll get the other one and go pick up. Let's pick up the lime that we have laying around. No, yeah, it's not as big as you think, but it sure looks like it. If you look at the whole map, it certainly looks bigger, doesn't it? Look at there are no small fields. There are no small fields. I mean, these fields that I'm working here, are pretty good size, 42 and 41. But even 43 here, this squarish one is pretty good size. This is about the smallest field. Are these right in here? That one there, maybe this one over here. They're all pretty good sized fields. Even the small ones look pretty good size. Pick our lime back up. Nobody else is going to use the lime, so I might as well pick it up. A Chevy Bel Air. That was a nice looking car. I did have a Volkswagen Beetle. I owned one, and I had a model of one too. Anything special? Well, I can show you what we got for crops. We got the normal crops here, and then you've got some alfalfa. You got alfalfa. You got dried alfalfa. And you've got corn and dried corn. You got beef. I'm not quite sure what that is. I think it's some form of fertilizer, but I'm not sure. And then you've got dried corn and cracked corn. So there's different kinds of corn and different kinds of alfalfa. And almost every farm has a dryer on it. So you can dry the corn in the lucerne and that kind of thing. I don't know what happened here. This smoke is supposed to be over here. But there you go. I never had a Mustang, but my brother did. He had a little 66 Mustang. So I bought three models. They're all the same, and I started putting one together, and it was of the Challenger, and it was before the Challenger blew up. If you remember that spaceship that America had that blew up and killed the astronauts, it was called the Challenger. I had three copies of that, and I was starting to build the first one when that thing blew up, and I decided to keep the ones that weren't put together in case it ever became something of value. I still have them out in the garage. But then again, you know when the big deal was collecting plates? I'm talking dinner plates. There used to be a thing back in the day where people would make plates and sell them, and they would put numbers on the back, and they were supposedly collector's items. I still have a full set of the original Star Trek plates with Kirk and Spock and all those guys. I've never done anything with them. They're up in the garage, in the attic someplace. I have no idea if they're worth any money or not. You know, things like that are never worth anything unless you find somebody that's willing to buy them. And then whatever they're worth is what they're willing to pay for them. What's your dream car, Scorp? A Hemi Cuda? Oh, that's a nice car. I had a muscle car. I had a Dodge Dart Swinger. It it had a 440 uh, twin four barrel carburetors, headers. It was a what they used to call a blueprinted engine. Uh, it had the God, what do we call those? Clam gun exhaust systems. We used to do what they call axle dumps. We used to call them axle dumps. That thing rumbled like nobody's business. You could just feel it in your chest. It was hotter than hell. As far as speed. Kernstadt, big fields and a lot of production. How are the roads on that one? And have they got fences on around everything? I don't think I played that one. Hi, Dennis. How are you? I hope you're doing well. No fences. I kind of miss some of the old maps that we used to play that had all the production on them from Farm Sim 17. Yeah, I'm doing very good, Dennis. Glad to hear you're doing well. All right, this guy's done, ready to be put away. Wash him up real quick, make him clean. These pipes are clean. We'll check on Scorpion, see how he's doing. Don't want him running out of seeds. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. On production for FS22. Which one's FS22? Is that the one coming out in November? Uh-oh, what happened here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? What happened? Are we on a different field now? Oh, did you jump fields? He jumped fields. When did that happen? All right, I got to check this and see what happened here. Somehow we jumped some fields here. Okay. I think I see what happened. Yeah, see, that's not the crop we were going to have on that field, so. All right, let's see. Oh, I didn't catch up with him in time, and he jumped. We can fix it. Luckily, we can we can sow seeds over. Oh, there's another little patch we missed. Oh well. Stuff happens. Accidents happen every day. No, what happened here? Oh, I see. Never mind. I know what happened here. We did this. I did that a purpose. Man, this is a monster seeder. It really does a good job. There's another patch that wasn't, didn't have pH on it. That's the next one, 22, huh? Wine and beer. Wonder why they decided wine and beer of all things. You can't work on someone else's field. Well, you can if you have mods. I've got the mod that you can lease people's property. I don't know if I have it in here or not. Let me see. Yeah, I do. I have the mod in here that you can lease other people's properties. So if there was a crop I wanted, I could just go lease that field, take the crop off of it, and then unlease it. As long as you have the money, you can work your neighbor's field if you want to. Bear, how's he liking school this year? He's only got, what, 4 or 5 years left? Yeah, that's just really stupid. Can't promote alcohol. Good Lord. Is there a household anywhere that doesn't have wine in the house? I mean, literally, people back in the old days and, drank wine and alcohol because they couldn't drink the water because the water was bad. Yeah, water's as old as wine is as old as water. Yeah, no, seriously. People used to drink wine and mead and things like because they couldn't drink the water. The water was bad, but it was there was a reason the water wasn't bad. That people were so stupid they used their water sources as sewer. It's just like, why would you do that? Man, just crap in your water, why don't you? I mean, it's like, jeez. I bet he doesn't let him call him Bear Bear at school. Addie's having trouble with her locker. She can't figure out how to do the combination. So I've got a combination lock laying in here somewhere. I was gonna help her with it so she could use her locker. She's not putting anything in her locker because she doesn't want to lock it up. Well, maybe they should make it R rated. It would sell better. Naked farming. Well, everybody needs a locker. That's a right of high school, man. I used to store all kinds of crap in my locker. Well, that's true. They don't have books anymore, but I mean, I kept extra clothes in there. I kept coats and hats, and you know, I didn't like carrying my coat around all damn day. And I figured if I wasn't going outside, I didn't need a coat. I'd leave that in the locker. What, naked farming? Yeah, naked farming. People would buy that, wouldn't they? It'd bring a new meaning to animal husbandry. Yeah, just think of it. They could be promoting their a farmer's tan would be completely different than it is in real life if they had naked farming. Just think of it. Anybody know what a farmer's tan is? Yeah, I got to go fix that other field. That other field, Scorpions jumped over to because I don't want. Wow, he did quite a little bit. Okay, so this field was going to have. Uh, the first field has wheat in it. Soybeans is going to be in the other field. So I'm going to have to. Wow. He really jumped, didn't he? I'm going to have to reseed this. Soybeans. But let me see the extent of what happened. I think he only made a pass or two. So it's not too bad. I should be able to reseed that pretty easy. If it's a girl, yes, but not an old bloke. Well, if you watch the advertising, it's going to be a girl running the farm now, because girls run the world, I guess now, according to TV and movies. Wow. I don't know what happened here. He went crazy on this field before I caught him. All right. Well, I think the thing to do is just start and just let it go with the new crop. And I'll have to do it manually because it'll stop. The game will stop if you hire somebody. It'll stop right there because it's going to say, oh, this is already done. So it'll stop there and come back this way. So, yep, we'll tackle this. We'll tackle this job. It won't be so bad. But that's going to be a job for another day because I think I'm almost done here. Let's just stop this right here and grab whomever. Let's grab Serge. We're going to take Serge over and check that other field and make sure. I've had it on regular time, so this is my field right here. Oh, the nitrogen is bad on it, but I don't know if I can still do it. I should be able to. The nitrogen is bad. That's the fertilizer. I should be able to fertilize this thing while it's still growing. So let's do that in the next episode. You can fly? Yeah, you Superman. Super Surge. It's faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Farmer Surge. All right, guys, I might as well end it here. And when we come back, we'll fix that field up. And then I've got 40, is it 43 or 45 that we can work on, whichever one I just did out there. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll see you again the next one. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and ta-ta for now.